Well, hello and welcome to a transfer special. We are ready to start the second season with Aston Villa and we are ready to spend some money. Let's roll! So if you are still here, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel because we are ready to produce and upload more and more FM content. We are here with the Aston story and here is how we will do it. First of all, we will take a look at all the players that we have dealt with because this transfer window was very special. Second season is always very special and very interesting. And I will show you all the players that were sold, all the players that were bought and all the players that were promoted from the under 21 or under 18 or whatever they were. And after this we will do it like this because we are on 1st of September 2023 and I have already played some matches because English Premier League starts very early, I think 2nd of August or something like this, and I have already played 4 matches in the Premier League and 2 in the Europa Conference League, so I will show you the highlights of those matches and then we will go straight into 2 things because we are not playing any games today. Yeah, we are not going into any matches. First one is the draw for Europa Conference League groups and the second one is how we will end up at the end of this transfer deadline day. So let's go and get into it. Now on the transfers we are starting with the transfer inbound, let's say with the players that we brought in. First was Ilya Zabarny coming in from Dinamo on 23 million, so not a lot of money. He will be a central defender. He is very young, only 21 years old. Very good from my point of view. He still can improve and he will improve. After this we brought in a Scottish goalkeeper, Sam Long from Lincoln, very good prospect, let's say. Then João Neves, an amazing player we got in for 3.8 million right away and 4.1 overall transfer with all the bonuses and everything. He is now worth 28 to 42 million euros and he went on loan at Middlesbrough directly in the championship. You see he looks like a 15 years old, but they say he's 18. Very good Portuguese player. He can play as a playmaker, mainly as a playmaker, but both from a midfielder center and attacking midfielder center position. Good all-rounder, good determination, good passing and technique, good dribbling. For 18 years old, he is very good. He will go on loan to Middlesbrough and then come back next year to be probably a starter. Let's see. Then we have Brandon Williams, our replacement for none other than Ashley Young, who finalized his contract and he went on to be a free player, 38 years old. Yeah, he won the Carabao Cup with us, so he has another trophy in his cabinet, let's say. And we brought in Brandon Williams from Man United for 19 million total value. He will be a right away replacement. Lucas Digne will stay with us for at least this season, but I don't think that he will play as many matches as last year. Then on the selling side, I will make my picture disappear so that you can see. We sold Tyrone Mings, who I thought was, let's say, our weakest link in the defense, the 4th or 5th, let's say, choice in center back. We are losing anyway Jan Bednarek, as I told you last episode. We are not prolonging his loan, so he will go back to Southampton, I think. And we sold Tyrone Mings to Everton for 21.5, so pretty much the acquisition of Ilya Zabarny is on the same terms. He is a direct replacement, Ilya Zabarny, for Tyrone Mings. Then Keenan Davis, a young striker, went to Blackburn. He was loaned out last season to Watford, who failed to qualify. Yeah, they lost the playoffs in the championship, but he scored 10 goals. And then Blackburn, who is a newly promoted team in Premier League, yeah, they got him for 5.5 million. Then we loaned out or released some of the other players, but we sold Leander Den Donker 12.25 million to Norwich. we didn't really need him. He wanted to go, he asked for a loan several times, we didn't play him enough, and I'm pretty happy that we got this kind of money for him. Brad Young went on loan to Fleetwood, a young striker. Brad Young, Kearney House, I couldn't sell him, so he went on a loan to Strasbourg. He's pretty old, and he doesn't have, I think, he's 28 years old, so, and he doesn't have the quality that we need in the defense. This is in my opinion, and I would prefer to keep young players like Zabarny and Brandon Williams there. Then Robin Olsen also left, and we are going to the transfer that we did this season. So if you see, last season we transferred in for 88 million and we sold 73 million, so we were quite close. We were helped by the sale of Marvelous Nakamba that we sold during the winter transfer window to Benfica for a fabulous sum of 25 million. If we are going to the current season, we brought in Victor Roque from Atletico Paranaense for 15.5 million, and we loan him out back to Atletico Paranaense right away because he's only 18 years old and he needs more game time that I don't think that we could afford. He's an amazing wonder kid, if you ask me. Great physical attributes and great dribbling, finishing and first touch, something that you very rarely can see even at starters in Premier League. But imagine what he can do next season when he comes back from the loan. Then going forward, we brought in some youngsters, and I will take them like this: Malik Motersil, Keanu Brand, and these three, Ziad Larkesh, Mateo Meija and Bjorn Harley. They were mostly dealt with by the director of football and brought them in for the under 21 or under 18 team. So not really something that I was very interested in, all free transfers. We brought in Marcos Leonardo as a first team striker, and I think this is the most important signing probably that we did. Marcos Leonardo, 20 years old, Brazilian. He will be also in real life one of the best strikers for the next 10 years or so. I think this is my prediction. Great physical attributes, great technical attributes, and I think he's readier or more ready to step into the Premier League than Rocha was. So we will play him alongside Danny Ings, and we will switch between them for an attacking role, for a forward role. So he is coming as a number 9 and as a starter, let's say. He will get right into the starting 11 for us. Another important transfer is Marco Carnesecchi, that you could see also in the thumbnail. He is currently loaned out to Cremonese, and also in Football Manager he spent 3 years loaned out to Cremonese from Atalanta. We brought him in for an important sum, 14 million, but I think he is quite good, almost as good as Emiliano Martinez. He will be kind of like the reserve keeper, but he will play quite a lot of games. From my viewpoint, I think he should play kind of half and half with Emi Martinez, and then next season to step up and take his place and be our first starting goalkeeper for the season and for the foreseeable future, because to me, I think he has everything that you need from a Premier League goalkeeper. Now, of course, we will see if we want to push for Champions League and I don't know, later stages of Champions League or something like this. I'm not entirely sure if he is at that level, but at a level to push for top 6 or top 4, I think he is. I really think. And another Italian player, Fabio Miretti, who is one wonder kid. If you really search for one, he is a complete player. Can play as a mezzala, as a ball winning midfielder, but he can also be a playmaker. I think for me, I see him more as a playmaker, either support or attack, but he has the physical attributes to be a box to box or a mezzala. He likes to play a mezzala, but to me, I would like to play him as a playmaker, more attacking playmaker, advanced playmaker, however you want to say it, with attack duty, and really be the guy passing, giving there the last pass to Marcos Leonardo. If we are looking at the ones that we sold, we released a lot of young players that we didn't need. What we sold actually was Wesley Moraes, who we had on loan in La Liga 2 at Levante, scored 28 goals there, so we managed to get 12 million and 75 for him from Lyon. We had other suitors, but they didn't offer quite enough as I wanted. Cameron Archer went on loan to QPR. He was, if you remember, our third striker, and he played a couple of games last season as well, scored a few goals for us, so I think he's quite good for let's say upper championship side or lower Premier League side. But at the moment, 21 years old, I don't think he can be the guy who will provide competition for Marcos Leonardo, at least this season. So he's going on loan. Kerr Smith is also going on loan at Bristol, a very young, talented Scottish central defender, and I think starting with next year we will keep him around the first team, probably as a replacement for Callum Chambers. If Chambers doesn't perform this season, we will replace him with Kerr Smith next season. Then Aaron Ramsey, who I tried to sell very much but didn't manage to do it, so I loaned him out to Midtjylland because nobody wanted to pay what I wanted for him. All the teams wanted to loan him. We didn't really find anyone to pay, somewhere around 25 million or something like this, because this was his transfer value. Finally, I was agreeing to 20 million, but still not a lot of teams, and did not manage to sell him. Then Midtjylland comes with a good offer for a loan, and I decided, okay, we will loan him out. And that's pretty much in terms of business. We are heading into the transfer deadline day, and we will take part of this, and we will see if we can still make some deals. We are trying to sell some players, among them Coutinho and maybe even Ollie Watkins. Going to the season, first game of the season was against Arsenal, where we had 0-0. Actually, I think we played better. I think we were the team that played better than Arsenal, and maybe we deserve to take more from the match than what we took. Just 4 minutes in, after a throw-in, we have this wonderful cross from Williams, but Leon Bailey's header was cancelled due to a fractionally offside position. And just as we thought we couldn't get anything out of the match, we had a penalty, but Juranovic did this. Actually, I think it was more Ramsdale who saved the penalty, but bad luck for us. Then we went to Yorkshire and we had a terrible time against newly promoted Hull, but Nicolas Gonzalez saved that in the 85th minute with an equalizer, so we managed to get 1 point from there, 1-1. Marcos Leonardo showed that he is very easy to adapt, and after a long pass from Bailey managed to score the first goal of the match against West Ham that we won 2-0 away. After this, he managed to score also against Southampton at home after a great pass from Emi Buendia, and we won that game also 2-0. In the Europa Conference League, we played Austrian side Altach and we qualified due to this goal from Sofian Amrabat. Amazing goal scored in the 90+1 minute at home, and we managed just to draw 1-1 away in Austria. So now we are ready for the Europa Conference League group stage draw. Let's see who will be our opponents in the group stages. Let's get ready to rumble with the Europa Conference League group stage draw. Let's start the draw. We are in pot 1 with these wonderful teams: Feyenoord, Rennes, Betis, Sparta Praha, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Ferencváros, Bodo Glimt, and there are several teams in the different pots here. Let's see who we're going to get. Ah, it's us! Look at this, we are in Group A. Let's see who we'll get from the second pot. It's Astana from Kazakhstan. From the third pot, it's Maribor from Slovenia. Great group so far. Let's see from the fourth pot. Breiðablik. I think they are from Iceland. Breiðablik? Yes, Iceland. I think we are at the end of the draw, right? Yeah, let's advance to the end and see the group. We are in Group A with Astana from Kazakhstan, Maribor and Breidablik. Looks like a good group, and I think we avoided the, let's say, tougher teams from second pot, which were like Köln and Sassuolo, I guess, pretty much. But I think we should qualify without many problems from this group. So we're coming back from the draw of Europa Conference League, and we resisted temptation for the whole day. So we didn't make any panic buy in the transfer deadline day. And if you are seeing these 313 done deals for Premier League clubs in this transfer window and 1.24 billion spent. We are the club with most players out. As you could already see, I showed you all the players that we released. Most of them were youngsters or older old-timers like Ashley Young. And top transfer window deals and top deadline day deal, whatever you want to call them, were done by Liverpool with Evanilson and Declan Rice. They spent 195 million. We resisted temptation, but we managed to get one past the border, or however you want to say this. Coutinho is moving on loan to Leicester, but the loan has mandatory future fee of 26.5 with another 11.75 million in installments. The bad thing about Coutinho is that we have a clause with Barcelona that Barcelona will take 50% of any selling fee, which is very bad news, because this means that out of this, let's say 38 million that we will get, Barcelona will get half, so we will remain only with like 19 million out of Philippe Coutinho. The good news is that we don't need to pay his salary for the time remaining. They are paying 70 to 90% during the loan. There are a few reasons why we didn't get into the temptation of buying a player, and one of them is the fact that we have a huge squad, as you can see here. So this is the squad. If we are looking at the schedule, we are to play Norwich in the Premier League, then we are getting into the Carabao Cup, and then there will be a lot of games also in the Europa Conference League. This is pretty much for this episode. Transfer special. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode.